Hey, beautiful souls. Welcome to Lex TV, where flavor meets soul. My name is Annie B, and in today's video, we are making a Jamaican Jamaican fried dumpling stuffed with saltfish, onions, carrot, and a lot of goodness and flavor. Typically, we would have this on the side of fried dumpling. I said, why not stuff it? You guys are going to watch me doing a little experiment today. I don't usually post my experiments, but I'm posting it today so you guys could, come on this journey with me of a new recipe that I wanted to create for myself, okay? So let's get into this recipe and not wait any longer. All right, so I pray you all are having a blessed day so far. Here I am adding some oil into a pot. I'm going to go ahead and saute some onions. This is the filling that we are working on for our Jamaican fried dumpling. All right, and it was so good, let me tell you. Crispy on the outside, nice and soft on the inside. Here's my saltfish that I already boiled the salt out of, most of the salt out of anyway. And then after a few minutes of sauteing your onions, you will add your saltfish and then saute that for a few minutes as well. Such a delicious recipe. And then here I have some shredded carrot. We're gonna saute that for a few minutes. And it's a very easy recipe also. Once I got a handle on how I wanted to do my dough, how I wanted to roll out my dough or do the dough in my hand, which we'll get to, then everything went smoothly from there. Here I'm adding scotch bonnet pepper, scallion, cilantro, and minced garlic. That's what we're adding here. Again, you're going to saute that for a few minutes. Doesn't that look good already? It looks so good. So good. Then we're going to go ahead and start adding in our seasonings. Look at that. Yum. The filling was so good. And you can make your fried dumpling and then have this on the side. So here I'm adding some seasoning salt, some black pepper, some ground allspice, and some dried thyme. And that's it for my seasonings. That's it. That's all very simple. Right now, what you want to do is set this to the side, let it cool, and then you'll start working on your dough. By the time you're done with your dough, this should be cool enough. In this, I have flour and baking powder. I'll leave the recipe down in the description box below, so go ahead and check that out for your fried dumpling recipe. Then I'm adding in some butter. And then what you want to do, you can use your hands. I didn't feel like using my hands at this point. Also I added sugar, and so I added a little more sugar than usual because I'm stuffing it. So I wanted the sugar to balance out the saltiness and the spiciness. All right. And you're just going to crumble up the flour and the butter. You can do that with your hands, like I said. And then here I'm adding water and coconut milk. You can choose if you just want to add water. You can choose if you just want to add coconut milk, or you can add regular milk. All right. There's different variations to making Jamaican fried dumpling. Sometimes I add cornmeal as well. There's just a variety of ways you can do it. Different people in the household do it differently. And so this is one variation of how I'm making my Jamaican fried dumpling. So after you add your water and your coconut milk, you're going to go ahead and roll out your dough. Don't knead it too much. You will knead it for about 3 minutes. And my dough was very soggy, very sticky. So I went ahead and added, because I added a little extra butter. And I'm going to go ahead and add some more flour just so that I can work with it easier. Okay, so add flour as you need to, just don't overdo it. So here you guys, all right, like I said, you guys are on this journey with me. I don't normally post my experiment videos. I wasn't sure how I wanted to work with this dough because it's not the usual dough that I would roll out, right? So at first I went with the rolling pin, and then I'm going to stuff it. The dough was too sticky. At this point, it was too sticky. Nonetheless, all of them came out great. But I just wanted to learn how I would want to work with the dough in my hands. Okay, so I tried it this way first, rolling out with the rolling pin, floured my board. Then I'm going to use my fork to seal up the edges. Okay, the sealing of the edges part worked out fine. But like I said, the dough was too sticky. Okay, so you're going to see me try different ways of how I want to work with this in my hand to make it more efficient for me as a chef. All right, so I'm dipping the fork in the flour so that I can get the fork out of the sticky dough. All right, so I'm like, whew, okay, got the first one done. So now I'm going to try another one now, rolling it in the flour. And I'm using my hand to roll it out instead of the rolling pin. So now I'm going to try it. This is the second way that I'm trying this. So I'm rolling it out with my hand. Now I'm going to go ahead with the filling. Stuffing, filling, however you want to call it. And I stuff these. Okay? Thoroughly. I hate when I bite into something, I'm getting all dough, and I haven't even tasted a little bit of the filling yet. All right? So now I'm deciding that I want to use just my hand off the board to close it up. Kind of like how I've seen like Chinese make dumplings. They use their hands and just roll it in their hands. I think like, is it Chinese or Japanese? Like when they make shumai or something like that. So now I'm rolling this the way we would do like a regular, almost similar to how we would do a regular fried dumpling, except this is filled. Right? So this is another way that I tried, rolling it in a ball. But I didn't really want it as a ball. So here I am again. This is the third way I'm trying it now. More flour. So it rolled off the rolling pin just fine. Okay? Like I said, this is me experimenting. So I'm showing you guys this process, which I don't normally do. All right, so now I'm going in with the filling. All right, so I believe this is the third way I'm trying now, and I added more flour, so now it's a lot easier to work with the sticky dough. Mind you, it's not a problem that the dough is sticky. You just don't want it too sticky so that you're able to handle the dough. Boom, look how much easier that was. That to me was a success, okay? And now we're frying these up. So I had two ways that I like doing it. Adding much more flour to my board because the dough was very sticky, like I said. And then rolling it out with the rolling pin. That was fine, but also doing it in my hand was fine as well. And you're gonna basically fry these for about a total of like 7 minutes. You wanna watch your oil on medium heat. You wanna watch it and you wanna keep flipping these. Don't just leave it on one side too long. Keep flipping it as it is cooking so that you get a more even doneness around the dough. All right, so very simple. Very simple. You just gotta learn how to work with the sticky dough, which I'm getting more and more into making dough. I don't know if you guys can tell. I've been, posting some baking things here and there. So I've been having fun. And now this is the other way that I liked, just doing it in my hand. So I'm rolling it out in my hand. I had fun making this also. I had a lot of fun making it. We were having a guest over at the house, and I had promised her some tacos. And I said, you know what? She's going to get some Jamaican fried dumpling stuffed with goodness. And she was so happy. So, yeah, here I am doing it with my hand now. Okay, I'm crimping up the edges. Going to add a little flour just to make sure I can work with the dough. And then now I'm going to go with the fork to seal up the edges. So yeah, I had fun working with this and figuring out how I wanted to do it. They came out so good, nice and crispy on the outside. As you can see, it's crispy. It's nice golden brown. And then the inside were filled generously. So the sweetness of the dough, because I added more sugar than usual to the dough. It's just such an excellent recipe. Absolutely delicious. I had fun making this. It was spicy, salty, sweet, everything you wanted, all right? Let me know if you will make this down in the comments below, and I thank you all for tuning in. God bless and peace.